Hey, what's up folks? Welcome back to another 3D Hangouts. My name is Wiz. I'm a designer here at Adafruit. Joining me every week is my brother Pedro.
Good morning everybody, I'm Pedro's Creative Tech here at Adafruit, and every week we're here to share 3D printed projects featuring electronics from Adafruit.
Yeah, this is a show we combine 3D printing and DIY electronics to make inspirational projects. Hello everyone in the Discord chat room hanging out. If you'd like to join us during the live show, you can hit up the Discord chat room. We'll take a moment to welcome everybody to the show, and then we'll get down to the housekeeping and then into today's inspirational spooky creepy project.
Ooh,
spooky creepy project, in that order. Giving out some shout outs to Paul Cutler, good morning. We got Andy Calloway as well. Hello folks, thank you for joining us this week. Hope everybody's doing well.
Also on the YouTube chat, we got Nick Kirty Rolls. Good morning.
Hello, hello.
We're also hanging out in the Facebook chat on, oh man, forgot the other ones.
Yeah, all of the socials.
Periscope, LinkedIn. Good morning, everybody hanging out.
All right, let's jump into
some of the housekeeping.
Sure. Go to adafruit.com/free. Find out all the free details for this week. You spend some extra money with Adafruit, you'll get some freebies. These get automatically added to your cart, so you don't need to do any coupon codes or anything. Let me run through the tiers. If you spend $99 or more, you'll get a half-size Perma Proto breadboard PCB. If you spend $149 or more, you get the half-size Perma Proto plus a KB2040. Those are excellent dev boards for making keyboards and all sorts of projects. Or for $200 or more, you'll get the KB2040 plus the half-size Perma Proto and free ground shipping for USPS. That's continental US only. And then for orders that are $299 or more, you'll get the free ground shipping from UPS, the KB2040, the half-size Perma Proto, and a Circuit Playground Bluefruit. That's that lovely Bluetooth board with lots of fun goodies. And it features the NRF52A40. Haha, you remembered the name of that board. All right, and that is the freebies. Let's skip on over. Skip over the jobs board at jobs.adafruit.com if you're in the market for a new gig, or if you're a maker looking to post up your resume, you can do so for free. So hit up the jobs board at jobs.adafruit.com. We see there are some new listings up there, so check those out if they interest you and if you are in the market. Let's run through the newsletters. If you'd like to subscribe to the weekly newsletter, you'll get notified on the weekly of all the new products that are added to the shop. So you can go to adafruit.com/newsletter for that one. Adafruitdaily.com is a separate website, and if you want to subscribe to different categories of maker goodness, you can go to adafruitdaily.com and click the buttons. The Python on Microcontrollers newsletter reached a milestone a couple weeks ago. I need to change this banner because we're beyond 200 issues. We're probably like 204 or something. But check that one out. It's on the adafruitdaily.com. You always have access to the archives, so you can see those in the browser. Yeah. Shout out to Paul Cutler for the CircuitPython Show podcast. You can search in your podcast player of choice and just search for CircuitPython Show or CircuitPython and subscribe. It is Halloween season here at Adafruit. There's lots of fun gift guides, project tutorials, guides on the Adafruit blog. They're featured, and they'll be featured throughout the month of October, Spookytober. And there's lots of good ones, so check them out. I really like all the kind of blast from the past type projects.
So many.
Yeah, I don't feel bad that we don't have a super excellent crazy one this year. We really don't. We have an ear and
it could kind of be used.
Lantern. I don't know.
The Magic Band one could be used like to open a candy or something.
Yeah, you know what? That could totally be remixed to be a Halloween prop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in our community.
That's actually what the Wiz Kit's supposed to be.
Yeah, like in our community chat. Like in our community chat, we can be like, hey, if you're trick-or-treating with your kids, make sure to wear your Magic Band, and it could give you an extra treat.
Or you can embed the RFID tag into something, and they can like make a hammer or something, and then like, and then like, I don't know. Anyway, hey everybody.
Good morning, good morning.
We're back in the Discord chat room.
Just checking out the banter here. Really good one, Nick Cry saying that he's literally looking for a 3D printer and the live show comes on.
Oh.
They're buying a $500 printer so they can print 90-cent buttons for the 2.8 TFT case because we don't sell them anymore. That is the perfect use case for them.
Buttons, yeah. Brackets, buttons. You're going to be printing lots of fun, useful things.
Oh yeah, as you see a little bit later on.
Yeah, you'll see. Useful can be fun as well. Practically weird is the theme.
Good morning, IDs in from Malaysia.
Hello, welcome to the show.
All right, let's go ahead and I think that's it, right?
Yeah, that's the housekeeping, right?
Jump into this week's kind of Halloween-inspired spooky project.
Yeah, it's totally spooky project.
So we have we get a couple of requests from Marfil, and it's always like quests on, here's a picture of an idea that we saw, which was a Victorian age lady who was holding her phone and she was all dressed all fancy with an ear.
I don't remember this.
I know, because we can't find the image anymore.
The original poster anymore.
Where we got the inspiration from this. So this is a NinjaFlex ear. It's matched to the color tone of my skin. So there's a couple different skin colors. This is using the prosthetic TPE or TPU filament from either NinjaFlex or ColorFab.
Okay.
And real quick, wanted to show the couple of different
let me do it wide.
Couple of different tones that they have available.
Ultra wide.
Because these were for prosthetics. This is the TPE, so it does have grip. So when you have 3D print the robotic hands, they are able to grip onto objects. So a couple of different skin tone colors that we have in stock. We used to have all of them. Sold out of all of them except the almond peach.
Still sell this stuff.
Yeah, or the blush. Sorry.
While supplies last, folks.
Yeah.
They don't make this stuff anymore.
Yeah, so
at least NinjaFlex.
NinjaFlex doesn't anymore, but you
Which
can
is
get
the
it
name
from
brand. But
ColorFab.
you can get it from ColorFab.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. TPU is the filament.
Yeah. So a couple of different colors, and wanted to have the color match to what a couple of people have made similar projects like this, where it was using silicone, trying to do the synthetic skin matching. And one of the cool things with this is it's actually functional because it's attached to a pop socket, so you can actually use this for your phone, pop sockets, or phone grips in general. Pretty popular in terms of having easy way to hold your phone. Let's be real here. We all work on our mobile phones. All of our jobs are consistently you can't do some of your work without it being on mobile unless you have.
You're making a point. Okay.
This is work. You go around to any store, whatever. What do they have? They have their iPad or their phone where they're doing all of their.
So why not add some flair and some personality to your
exactly, yeah. So
so here's some weirdness.
It's just attachment for the pop socket. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. You have the color matching little base here, so it'll hide away because I don't think they'll make these in any of the colors to match it. And there are a couple of models where they actually 3D print this whole thing in TPU.
You probably could.
Yeah, this is cheap enough to just buy them.
Right.
It's a couple bucks. And the adhesion that they actually have in this is supposed to be swappable. So if you don't have a magnetic case, you can take these off. You just wash it real quick. Okay,
but
cool. With the NinjaFlex filament,
it's really strong
it adheres very well. So just watch out for that. Once you do your placement on this, make sure that that's where you want it, because after about a day, it is going to fuse onto there. And we did work on
short hardness on the filament.
This is the 85A.
Okay, so again, different TPUs have different hardnesses. Short hardness is just kind of how
the softness,
soft and grippy it is.
Yeah, this is super flexible, super grippy. So on surfaces that will grip on, and sort of a temple. If you print it thin enough, you can make it cling to windows. We've made Lego studded tape. Using the exact same filament. So it does have very good gripping abilities, and the texture on it,
we're able to get uses for TPU.
Can you switch the camera to the main camera so you can actually see
all the spools.
Yeah. To show you the texture that we have on there. So this is using the powder coated PEI bed, and you can sort of get some sort of skin type texture. So that's a nice tip for that. and we'll go over the settings that I'm using for this.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a good way to add texture to that. And the extra little bit that we were doing was adding like the sweat beading on there to make it look like real skin. And because it is NinjaFlex, you are able to pierce this. So we have a request from Phil. He wanted to make sure that we showed that off by piercing the earlobe with an earring. What else can we cover on this? NinjaFlex designed case. So you have your cutouts. This one is specifically for the iPhone 14 Pro. We do have all of the past models down to I think like iPhone 6 on our Thingiverse page. Wow. So if you have an older phone, you can still get one of our designed cases that would work perfectly on this. You also have like the cutouts for the volume and the button, the ports on the bottom here as well. So all that is aligned and updated. And excellent case if all you want is just a protective case for it. We also have on the same repo for that. I think we showed this off a couple of weeks ago too. Just a simple Veronoi pattern one with a cutout for MagSafe or the other MagSafe pop sockets. So those are compatible. If you want to have a permanent solution, bam, right here. Nice creep out for Halloween and beyond. So if we, I guess, jump into the Learn guide for this. Super simple. It's really just a placeholder for all the 3D files, the Fusion 360 file.
Okay.
And the 3D printing settings. So just a little overview of what this project is. Some of the comments were like, oh, why would you do this? This is definitely for the creative engineer. If you're working on special effects, if you're working at, somewhere where creativity, you need to model a flexible ear for whatever Halloween prop or whatever. This is what this is for. This isn't for, typical businessman type guy thing. Sorry, that's not what Adafruit is. We're all creative engineers
Stan
here.
Winston. He's not a businessman. Okay, Stan.
So this is what this is for. This is for the people who have cool creative jobs and need to figure out solutions on how to make
like Rick
guts.
Baker. Oh, like Rick Baker.
So yeah, this is definitely what this project is. Sorry, business guy. Move on.
All right, let's go, business guy.
So here's all the parts you're going to need for this. Is pretty much just the pop socket, the base to cover the attachment, and then the ear that'll go right on top. Take a look here, some of the NinjaFlex settings that we are always using. So 0.3 initial layer height, so you don't have it fusing to the PEI powder coat bed.
It sticks very well to the PEI, so that's kind of nice. No need for glue stick or any of the sort of extra stuff.
This works
sticks
pretty
really
well.
well to a powder coated bed.
And one thing that I need to put on here is when it's done printing, for removing it,
you want to have it hot, right?
You need to make sure that it is still at temperature, which is 50
It reminds
C.
me of like when you do heat to transfer for like your shirt, like when you do a pre-cut like shirt design, you want to do these hot pulls. So the idea is that while it's still warm, you can pull off
Otherwise,
the film.
Yeah, so if you try to pull it while it's cold, it is
rip the design off.
It's gonna rip. It's gonna completely ruin your bed. So make sure that it is hot.
Yeah, so you want to remove your NinjaFlex prints when your bed is still hot.
Exactly. So 50 C.
50 C. Okay.
It's broke down to. I need to write that in there so I can copy and paste it.
We just normally cover it on the show. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So 230 C for the extruder, 0.2 to 0.25 millimeter layer height.
Okay.
I use the 0.2 for the case and a 0.25 for the ear. You can kind of see there it has a low resolution on it, but since you're not standing so close to it, you don't really notice it.
Do you still have your retraction settings off, or is it something you leave on now?
So for the boat ends, definitely have it off. For the direct drive, I think it's like at 0.5.
Oh wow!
I need to specify that as well.
Yeah, I bring it up just because normally we just turn it off completely, but if you leave it on, I guess with a direct drive, you have less string and less cleanup. But normally we're like, hey, this thing comes out extra stringy, and we clean it up, and that's just the way it is. With NinjaFlex prints, you're going to have some string, and they clean up very nice, as you saw.
Yeah, very nice.
How much cleanup did you have to do here?
Kind of like right here, so there's like kind of a little bit of cleanup, but it's not too bad. It always cleans up very well.
Yeah, with flush snips, NinjaFlex really easy to clean up because you can either rip it off or trim it off.
And because it's NinjaFlex, you could go in there, completely
insane,
go on the inside of
Look at that, it turns
things and
inside
get you can get all the little nooks and crannies of your the retraction to clean all that up. So actually makes it very pleasurable because you can go in there and get
there's
you can still some right there. Yeah,
clean up there.
you can go in there with like a.
Do you really need to? No, not really.
I mean, you can, but
yeah.
do an example here. You can just pull that off. Mostly just rip it right off, or go in there with.
I would trim it. Yeah.
Flush cutters, cut all that off. Get to it with like a tweezer.
Yeah, it's like that hangnail thing where you like start pulling in your whole.
Oh god. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So there's
I
some
lost my
tips
train of
there.
thought. Okay, yeah.
Sorry.
There we have we were saying before, the peach smoothie still in stock.
Okay.
Get it before it's gone. I'll probably get all of them. They're free for us. And then the semi-translucent white does excellent with glowing, diffusing LEDs.
Sure. Yeah.
There's always that. All right, moving on to assembly.
Okay. Did anyone have any questions on slicing?
Does the heated bed turn off when the print is done? Yes, it does. So I reheat the bed after it's finished, because it does take quite a while for me to notice that it has completed. The case takes about, I want to say about 2 hours to print, just because we are printing at a slower speed. It's about 50 millimeters a second for that.
Sorry.
Oh, it's fine. That's
I'm all over the place.
No, it's fine. And yeah, just reheat your bed to 50 and 50C. And then just gently starting off at the corners
just slowly
peel that off. It should come off pretty easily.
All right. Do you want to go through the assembly real quick?
Yep, assembly, it's pretty easy. You're just...
Stick it on where you want.
Actually, it's probably one of the... Not super hard, just because I know where the positioning should be. So just getting that correct so it doesn't fuse on, a day later. Just make sure that you're, using your... putting it up to your to make sure that it's comfortable. After that, we're just using double stick tape to attach it. You can use hot glue, Nido tape, any of the strong adhesion. Yeah, it goes on there just fine. And
you've done hot glue before?
You can do hot glue with this as well.
What?
Yeah, but this is just double stick tape.
A lot of the time, I think like hot glue won't adhere to silicone.
To NinjaFlex, yeah.
But it does?
Well, it's not. This isn't silicone.
Right.
That's why. Yeah.
Okay.
But for silicone, no, it wouldn't work.
Okay.
Yeah, is it special double stick tape that you use? It's in that green spool or reel.
No.
It's just kind of like
generic,
wide.
No brand tape.
Okay, so any of them should work.
Generic, no brand tape. That's what I use.
So Scotch or whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
And then it just sticks on just like so. So you can remove it if you want after Halloween is over. Or as some of the comments were saying, if you change your costume out, have like Spock ears, or then have the Highland ears. So definitely good for theming. Moving on.
Yeah,
piercing. Yeah, you can pierce it. I just use a tweezer to get down in there.
Sure. And you can poke holes and whatever.
I
You can sew into it if you want to sew things. That'd be neat to put sutures on there and make it look all crazy.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just a glorified NinjaFlex case with pop socket compatibility with a creepy weird ear on it.
Yeah.
Halloween, NinjaFlex.
Looks like your ear, like your wedding ring or something with it.
Oh.
Funny.
And of course the whole bringing it back to the the color matching with the prosthetic filament. Super cool.
Any note about the ear model? Anything?
Yeah, you can just search for ear models on Thingiverse. I included in there since this was one that was just given away.
Okay.
I did increase it by, I think it was like 110%. I just measured my ear. The original model was a little bit smaller than that. So but yeah, that's the only cool thing you can do with that. Measure your ear, or you could 3D scan your ear. We have a tutorial on how to edit the mesh for that. I didn't want to go all that when working on other projects. It's supposed to be like a simple one to get out of the door.
People could add hair, all sorts of
I thought about that, yeah, like add hair on there, add like the rest, like your, because it's sort of by your beard, so sort of continue that down, like have like, I've seen seamstress adding like the hair, like
individual hair and follicles.
The follicles for that, like the costume makers. It's like, you can go all out for that. So again, this is what this type of project is for. Those type of special effects makeup, like Sorry, this is
Fun
we have one target.
That's fun stuff.
That is exactly what that is for.
Too weird for me.
Yes, put a nose on there. Yeah, that's the other thing too.
A
It's
nose
supposed to
is fun.
inspire you to add whatever body part onto there.
Yeah.
It is PG or rated G body parts on there.
Funny.
And yeah, I love pop sockets. Are
Yeah,
really cool.
I'm a fan. I got this one. I wanted to get the other pop socket.
Of course, I'm a super
thing.
fan. I
What
got
was
the
it called?
Mickey one, the glow in the dark
No, we're
one.
just talking about iPhone accessories. All right, well, let's keep moving along. 20 minutes
Pretty
in.
cool.
That's good. That's this week's project.
Yay.
Pick up some NinjaFlex. Give it a shot. Some good, useful, practical, creepy stuff.
NinjaFlex, flexible,
You could pierce
thousands
the
of
ears.
uses.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and jump into what are we prototyping?
All right, who's up? You up?
Whatever you want. What you want? Me? I think this is next week,
I'll
right?
give you a second to breathe because you just talked for 20 minutes straight. So I'll talk and then you can show this one off.
Show off
So I got
my Thor
a video.
hammer.
Yeah, you got a Thor hammer. I just got a video. I got myself an RFID reader from the shop. This is from Wiz. This is called the Wiz Kit from Smooth Technologies. It's a really easy way, no code needed for this RFID reader. So I was looking at some inspirational projects and I saw a couple of DIY Disney Magic Band readers. If you're not familiar, these Magic Bands have NFC/RFID chips inside them. You use this in order to get access to the Disney parks. You kind of bring it up to this dome that's shaped like a Mickey ear, and it glows really nice.
I would show it. It looks so cool.
Yeah, so
I'm showing it in
I
my
have here
snaps.
a demo of it working, and basically it gives you a relay, and you can also trigger like 5 volts. So it's basically a glorified button for triggering NeoPixels and sound effects. So on the Feather RP2040 running CircuitPython, we have some really easy demo code that's just looking for a button pin, and when the button is pressed, or in this case when the RFID has triggered, it'll play an LED NeoPixel animation and a wave audio file. So we have a nice amplifier, an I2S amp, so you have some high quality audio coming out of the speaker, and then you can use the RFID module from Smooth Technologies allows you to do up to 10. You can program up to 10 different NFC/RFID devices, whether they're the Magic Band. It also comes with some keychains and things like that. So this is just the prototype here. It's just I got the code running over the weekend, and then we 3D printed a little case for it. I bring it up, but it's plugged into the wall. So you got your Magic Band. This is the animation, so there's a strip of NeoPixels inside the 3D printed box. And then the RFID reader module and Feather are all down here along with the amp. So we have a couple different Magic Bands, and right now it's doing random choice, so it's just kind of randomizing the sound effect. This is a project that I got inspired by. There's a bunch of different ones, like on Etsy. I saw Matt Richardson from Raspberry Pi. He's also working on one very similar. But all of those use the Raspberry Pi, the whole full-blown Pi, and those are hard to get right now. And
it's overkill too.
It's a little bit overkill for what we're doing. So we found out a really easy way to do it with just a Feather RP2040 and the Wiz Kit RFID module. So that will be, I think, 2 weeks from now. I'm starting to work on the Learn Guide, and it is really easy to work with the Wiz Kit RFID. So if you ever have anything that you want to trigger, a relay or a 5-volt signal, definitely check out the RFID Wiz Kit from Smooth Technologies. It's in stock right now, and I should probably pull it up here. Just type in Wiz Kit, and there it is. It's meant for like escape rooms, haunted kind of decor, that sort of stuff. Haunted decor.
Good thing I'm glad you brought that up because it has a relay on it for doing doors, so it can unlock a door.
Yeah, it's a great kit. This is what it comes with: a bunch of NFC RFID stickers and tags. Comes with the 12-volt power supply, and on board it has like a button for training. And again, there's no real code that you need to do. It just works out of the box. And then that this additional button here or cable can be wired up as if it was a button, so you can use it in your CircuitPython project like I did to trigger NeoPixels. Yeah, it's basically just a button. So if you are looking for something to trigger with NFC or RFID, check this thing out. It's really nice. It's in stock. It's a little pricey because it comes with everything, and it just kind of does, kind of one thing really well. There's some extra, pins on the side, and there's breakout pins. So if you really want to go in there and like do some I2C code or something, you could still do that. But I didn't have to because it just works as a button. And we have a Learn guide as well. And the folks are really responsive. I was able to get a PCB DXF file from the folks because it wasn't available, so I was able to get that. So I'll be sure to share that with folks if they're okay with it. But yeah, that's what I'm prototyping: a Mickey Magic Band, Disney Magic Band Reader, yes. DIY.
They were super popular all over Etsy during the pandemic. And,
yeah, I think that's when the project came out.
There was when I first saw it, it was a Christmas ornament. So
oh, wow.
I don't know how they got it compact down,
gosh.
or maybe
Yeah,
it was
wild.
the wiring was going through the tree or something like that. But yeah, that's a really cool way to. And again, it's RFID, so the little ring project we've made, any of those,
anything you can train,
work.
anything that's NFC or RFID can be used here to trigger the thing.
Yeah, so we'll definitely show that in the video using different, not just the band, but the ring and the card. Liz mentions that she's going to try to use her Subway card on it.
Sweet, yeah, you
work.
can train. Yeah, we'll give that a shot.
I just realized the battery is dead on this. I was going to, as a suggestion, show, that you can do
it
color
still
changes
works.
on there.
If you bring it up to that, it still works because that's the way NFC works.
Yep, exactly.
It's pretty cool.
But you can have this do different color animations and whatnot. So that would be cool if somebody could add that into the code as well. When it gets red, randomly does a different color animation.
Yeah,
we're not going to do that.
Matt Richardson's post. I thought it was really cool that he's able to distinguish between the bands. So you'll get a red glowing LED if your band isn't set up for the day of the Disney park. Something weird like that, or something more involved, where you're kind of getting the data back from the band. What are you trying to do?
Just change the color just to show what it looks like, but the battery's dead.
Yeah, the battery's
and there's an update for it,
there's
so it doesn't want to do anything.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. You can use whatever
It's fine.
thing. Yeah. Cool.
Cool.
So,
Give
us 2 weeks, and I'm working on the Learn guide.
Yep. So 2 weeks, and the next prototype is this green Thor hammer.
Yeah. Right.
It's a soil sensor WipperSnaper showing the Stemma soil sensor add-on to that. And on the inside, really proud of my little lid type that we have on here. It's modeled after, I think it's our bread lid, the way that it suctions in that way.
Cool.
We got a cutie pie. Hold on. We got a Py ESP32-S2 on here. We're using the passive hub on here to connect a light sensor. And on the back here, the SD30. SCD30, sorry.
Yeah. From Sensoron.
Yeah.
To high quality, true CO2
humidity, temperature.
sensor.
And then the light sensor on here. The passive hub on here, which I'm probably going to switch it out for the other hub that is launching later today, I hope.
Yeah, the multiplexer one.
Yeah, so I can have 2 of these soil sensors on there. There's a 6600 milliamp hour battery.
That's a massive battery, folks. It's the biggest battery we carry in the stock. That's why it's so honkin' chonkin'.
Yeah, there is some deep sleep work going on there, so it will last longer than that. But as it goes right now, it lasts about 3 days, I want to say.
Not bad.
Yeah, case modeled after some the industrial farming
it's meant for a farm.
ones.
Yeah. So this would be only one sensor node, soil sensor node that you stick into the ground of your farm, and it's supposed to be huge and
exactly.
all that.
So monitoring everything with that, and if you switch over to Adafruit WipperSnaper.
Yeah, so you have this running the WipperSnaper firmware.
Yes.
And you're using Adafruit IO to log and capture data. So you got yourself, not a dashboard, but in the devices page, this is a new feature to WipperSnaper. Hope you guys are checking it out. It's really easy to set up a sensor. So if you just got your Qt Py set up, click new components, and you'll see all the lovely new I2C components. So this is the soil sensor.
That's the soil sensor, then the SCD30.
It's this one here.
And then the TSL is the light sensor, and then
you have the light sensor as well.
Yeah.
TSL.
I need to add the LC7, the battery gauge, so I can know when it's gonna die. I'm gonna have actions telling me, oh, the battery's at 10%. Switch it out.
All right, let me hit X
So I'm gonna
and show
have
you
to,
what you actually have connected. So you're pulling the CO2 ppm from the SCD30.
Yep.
Humidity sensor from the SCD30. Temperature sensor from the SCD30.
Yeah, so we have the we have the SCD30 temperature sensor and then the Stemma soil temperature sensor. Why is there two? Actually, if you go to this isn't this guy here. If you go to the devices and go down to soil sense.
Look at all the devices Pedro's been playing with. Woo-hoo.
Soil sense case. There you
go.
go.
Some serious testing.
Yeah, so here you can see why we have two different temperature sensors on there.
Oh, they're different. Look at the readings.
Yeah, because when this is inside the case, it's going to be hotter. You're going to have bias from the Cutie Pie giving off heat. And I don't want that. I want to make sure it's a little bit more accurate to what the plant is actually getting. So that's why I'm using the Stemma soil sensor temperature. You can see there the difference on it.
Yeah, the soil's cooler. Cool. And as an update, just mentioned Fahrenheit was recently added, so you can do Fahrenheit readings.
If you go to
Rejoice Imperial users.
Did my battery die? Oh no. If you go to the cog wheel on the SCD30.
Any of them?
Yeah, any of them actually. You can see here enable C. So you can click on that and you can have it telling you your temperature in C and in F, which is something I go to every 1 minute just so it immediately updates. And blam, there you go. This is probably what I should be doing so I can start associating, 31 equals 88.
Yeah, that's good, yeah. Start learning Celsius.
Because it just doesn't work. Meters, millimeters, that immediately sunk into my head, like for measuring stuff, because we're doing it every single day. For plants, I haven't had really to worry about the temperature, because a lot of the plants I've been growing for the past 20 years have all been carnivorous plants.
They love hot.
They want hot,
humid humid swamp,
hot, humid, and frozen underwater. So I didn't ever have to worry about the temperature. Oh my God, is it too cold? It doesn't snow here, so it doesn't matter. But it can get down to 20 degree negative zero. I've seen some pictures where frozen under the lake and stuff. So it's okay, they're pretty hardy. But now with aeroids, they're so picky. No, it can't get below 70. Can't get below 70. The humidity can't get below 50. They're so picky, so I have to make sure that all of the parameters are just perfect for it. I even bought a humidifier to stick outside, because I don't know, the past couple of weeks it went from 80, 60 down all the way down to 30. So it's oh my God, they are not happy, and I could see it in the leaves. So definitely going to help in terms of alerting me when I need to change things, bring things inside, have the blanket over them so they stay nice and warm. So this definitely helps out tremendously.
So any other kind of features or things you want to work on this, or is this ready to start?
I need to add the battery gauge. So
the
way that this little holder is on there, this is just hanging because this is not the updated one. So I don't want to stick it in there.
How many Stemma things do you have?
Oh, it's going to be one more. So we got 1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not that many. It just looks like it's way more. Yeah, because the cutie pie.
Any soldering, or is this all plug and play?
So the only soldering so far has been for this USB-C.
To get power.
Here. Yeah, so you can kind of see how I don't want to use the BFF just because it'll increase.
It adds more
20
cost,
millimeters. Yeah,
and it adds No, anytime I think it's going to be 20 millimeters, it ends up being 40 millimeters.
So I measured it at 10. That's why I said 20.
Okay, then you're
already doubled it.
I thought this thing would be...
Because things you don't think about...
Is this tall, it's oh my God, the relay is 20 millimeters on its own.
Things you don't think about is see how this wire is sticking up?
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to crush this all the way down.
You can't.
Even the bottom of the case, if I take this guy apart...
every day, clearances.
I have these risers so that the battery isn't on the screws, and the screws are countersunk in, and then these wires to make sure that these don't get pinched. So I have this 1 millimeter there's always so much design stuff inside the case where you don't notice or see any of that. So that's always what takes the most amount of time of figuring out, how
Like
can I
pinching
optimize
wires
it?
and, like,
Pinching
crushing
wires, yeah,
things
exactly.
there.
And then like I think I need to print this out with the flooring for the battery. I think I need to print it out like with
That's
no
cool. I
top
like
and
the
bottom so that
flooring of it.
the air can actually help get through here. Before I added these ventilation holes, it was reading like the SCD.
It was getting hot in there.
Oh,
Let's say that.
like 15 degrees hotter, which I don't want it.
Reflowing the
Exactly.
chip.
So yep, that's what we're working on now that it's all.
All right, that'll be next week's project. Another WipperSnaper. A lot of soil sensing.
Soil sensing and the battery gauge is
Yeah.
what I'm going to highlight on that.
That's a lot of good sensors all combined together. in
Yeah.
this
Cool.
green
So yep,
Thor hammer.
that's what next week.
Next
Ready
week.
for that?
All
I
right.
need this immediately. I need this now. Temperatures are dropping.
All right. so
Dropping.
That's what we prototyping. we're good. We're working on the documenting. Page's got a little bit more
Yes.
updates.
Yep.
I'm gonna keep chipping away at that. Getting the photos. All right, let's do a quick shop talk. So last week we did some cool noodling with the noodles, the LED noodles from Adafruit. Or I think it was Thursday or Friday, came up with a layer by layer on how to design your own noodle shapes. The last noodle I have is the 130 millimeter long noodles. They're the shorter versions. So I figured, what can I do with it? So I figured I'd do a tutorial on how to design a little holder. In this case, it's a little R shape. So I did some letters. We did a heart as well, and the letter Z or the letter N, however you look at it. So just kind of walking through the different steps on how to do it in Fusion 360, and thinking about designing it for printing without any supports and very minimal print. So this takes about 8 to 10 minutes to print, which is really, really fast. And yeah, same setup. We got our little 220 choke resistor, 220 ohm resistor, and this 3.7 volt battery, and one of these lovely JST breadboard friendly things with the on-off switch so you can turn it on and off. Check out the layer by layer. It's about 20 minutes long, but it really walks you through, how to actually sketch out something that can be parametric, but also, I don't know, parametric. I was doing good, and then I just kind of fell. So check it out if you are looking to design your own holders for these LED noodles. I got a nice, short, simple recipe to cook the noodles in. So that's somewhat of a shop talk. I think we had some other thing for shop talk, or no? Yeah, CAD parts. I always forget every week we add new CAD parts, but because I do it every week, it's mundane, and I don't have a visual way to show it. So just go to the GitHub. So if you are looking for CAD parts from Adafruit, you can always submit part requests through the Issues tab. This week, I have a bunch here, so here are all the commits this week. We added the Metro M4, classic, very, very nice board. We added the MCP9808 Stemma breakout sensor. We added the Neo Slider Stemma breakout. TSC200, it's the I2C resistive touch controller. We added the LiPo BFF charger. That's for the Cutie Pie. It's a really nice one if you really want to do it. I used it in the Noodle lantern project. That's why I modeled it. We also have the 24LC 32 I2C EEPROM. We added the Stemma Hob. And I think that's all for this week. It spanned off. I think I missed last week, so that's why I have a little bit more. But yeah, check it out. We're keeping track of this, and I'm trying to close out all the part requests. My version of PRs, part request, not whatever the pull request is called. So shout out to everybody for submitting your part requests and checking it out. Yeah. So that's I think this week's shop talk. CAD parts, Labra layers. That's about it. What do we got? What do you want?
Roy.
What do you need?
Roy is asking, are there any good free mask STLs for the holidays?
Oh yeah, there's a bunch. Check out on the blog, I guess.
I just posted the link to the search results on the blog.
There's
You
a
guys
bunch
are
of
looking.
masks.
Oh, there it's all
Masks for days. Helmets, masks, horns.
all free. Well, a lot of them are free. Like
Yeah, a lot of from
Daft Punk. Like just searching
dinosaurs,
through
skulls.
articulating ones, movable jaws. Like
There's so many. Yeah.
the one from last
every-
week.
Yeah.
The
Deku from The Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
Still got it hanging around.
There's so many. I keep a lot of the masks. So
We do.
what, like
Daft Punk is a really great one.
Mandalorian.
We did the Daft Punk helmet right there.
Blacksmith.
We designed it and added electronics to it.
Just go to the
Both
blog.
Daft Punk helmets.
Anytime you're looking-
Manuel and Thomas.
Yeah. If you're looking for any mask, any 3D printing stuff, every single Thursday is 3D Thursday on the blog, blog.adafruit.com. That is where I post
Mandalorian.
every hour.
Black Panther. I'm just looking over here.
Oh my god, yeah, there's
Doom.
so many.
What's a Doom guy?
Doctor
Doctor
Doom.
Doom.
Batman.
We haven't done like Iron Man.
Wasp. Remember?
Wasp helmet? Yeah, that's right.
Model
Lady
the Wasp. Just search the blog. That is where I
Helmets
post
for days.
every
You
hour
want helmets? We got helmets.
from 1 a.m. till 10 p.m. all day.
Good shop talk segment. How many helmets?
Because
do you
it's
have?
like when you want to search for stuff, it could be a little harder on
the
on
Star
Thingiverse.
mask. I forgot about that one.
Yeah, these are all ones that like there's proof that it's been printed, that it works, either from us making a time lapse video from it or from the designer.
Photos
printing
that
it.
didn't happen.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fun.
Like masks ones, like Lego. There's so many. Anytime you're looking for any of that, any project wise type things, just search the blog because that is basically our encyclopedia.
Yeah,
of
you're welcome.
All
Royce,
of
thank you.
the knowledge that we need for for our work and for the community. So it's all there.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff. All right, we're ready to community make. Every week we do a time lapse of a fun model from the community. This week it's this jumping ghost.
Super popular
Jumpy
one
ghost.
that's going to making the rounds right now
This
is
one's
the
by-
ghost with the legs, right? That pop out and hide.
Sure. This one's from TomoDesigns. It's a very nice printed place. Or is it two pieces?
Two pieces.
Two pieces that
That
you
attaches,
put together. It's
and-
got this little spring mechanism that's built into the leg, so that makes the ghost jump. So it adds a little bit of movement, a little bit of mechanical funness to an otherwise kind of boring print, but it's very fun.
A hit with the kids, so bam,
Those
lots
backflips.
of backflipping fun.
Yep. Glow in the dark filament.
Yes.
Very, very fun to work with the stuff.
I didn't bring the UV
No,
light,
I
of course.
did not either, but it doesn't matter because we're in the light. So what, did you glue them together?
It snaps right in.
Snaps fits.
Yep.
I'm a fan.
That's it.
2
Two pieces, snaps in.
TomoDesign. It's on Colts 3D. I have a link already here. Go ahead and drop that link to the Discord.
It's free.
It says it's a free. Yeah, it's free.
Ooh, I like
And
that bat
TomoDesign
one.
has a bunch of great designs as well. So
Ooh, I wanna
check
make that
them
bat
out.
one now.
Yeah, a little bat wing. Lots of Halloween ideas here on Colts 3D. Really like Colts 3D. They curate their designs so it's not like some of the other repo sites. Jumpy Ghost.
Super cool.
Very fun. Great for the kids. Pedro has,
I was gonna say I like it because the kids like it.
That's funny.
He actually
Actually,
stole
he
it
stole it from you
and hit it.
Yeah, and then you were like, I need this. I still haven't taken photos. And Declan's like, hee 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 hee.
I'm like, well, I guess I need to print another one.
So you printed another one.
But again, really good.
If you're looking for a way to kind of even make some sort of spring,
That's what I was gonna.
the
say.
shape is just a spiral with a little edge cut there. And
Excellent
that
way.
makes a great kind of built-in spring. And it's got a lot of mechanical strength, even though it's PLA and brittle. It's actually pretty good.
No, it's very nice and
I
tough.
could probably do this all day. And
Roy says 3-year-old would love this. Yes. I can tell you from experience, 3-year-olds absolutely love this.
it's a great design. No supports. The hands are all up. It's a good lesson in like
a good-
geometry
yes.
for printing. It's all great.
Yeah, no supports
Yeah.
needed on the
You
inside
really
because
can't
it
even
catches
see
it.
the seam here for the snap. Like, it's
Oh,
really
yeah,
good.
it's pretty tight.
Would you be able to snap this off?
I don't think so. Maybe with a spudger, but not with my hand.
Yeah. Neat. Ah.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, got a couple other of community makes.
Yeah. Before we close out the show, let's take a look at the list. These are some makes that were sent to us of some of our various projects. Here is the first one. This was a make posted up by Prusa.com. Prusa user Cesar14N posted up their make of the ESP32-S2 Feather TFT Stemma case. So this was designed by Pedro. and they printed it out. Looks like they're gonna add some electronics to it. The Feather TFT.
I'm liking that
Does that
green
look different?
color.
No, it's about the same, right?
Oh
They didn't do
it's
any
just like the
updates to it or anything.
the bed leveling is better on theirs.
Oh, really?
You can really see how far away it is on mine.
Oh, I see.
You can see the individual airlines.
That's funny. All right, cool. So if you got yourself a Feather, ESP32-S Feather.
That's not what it is. It's the filament. It's the what is it? The dual tone filament.
Yeah.
That's why it looks like that.
Yeah, it looks a little bit more separated. No comment, but always great to see a photo of it. So cool. Hope they get their Feather. All right, next up we have another one. This was posted up on Thingiverse. This is a remix of the Heat Set Rig thing. It's a tool that we designed for doing really nice heat set inserts. Thingiverse user Elothan posted up their remix. They added a bigger counterweight because it uses a counterweight, so they designed their own enclosure for the counterweight, whatever they're using. It says, I had a heavier soldering iron, so I needed a bit more space for the counterweights. I made a plastic press fit lid is included. So that's a very nice, remix to the project. Like, I figured people would be doing that. So, very nice. Okay, next up we have another Thingiverse posting.
Got a Pie Girl.
This is of the Pie Girl. It's a remix for the Spark.
Is it going to the screen?
It is now. It wasn't before. I'm sorry. I apologize. But I'm trying to run through it. So this is a remix posted up by Kopi. Kopi posted this up on Thingiverse. It's a remix of the Pie Girl case. That's that handheld Raspberry Pi based handheld Game Boy / Girl game person. It's been remixed to work with the SparkFun LiPo booster. So they updated the standoffs so that it fits the SparkFun thing, and it's printed in red, so it matches really well. Very cool. And they just updated the case there, so very nice. They said this is a remix of the rear portion of the Pi Girl. It supports the SparkFun LiPo.
Sweet.
Cool. Oh, given the supply issues today, I could not get a hold of the Power Boost, but they had a SparkFun laying around. That's excellent. Glad you're able to get that modeled up. Maybe some calipers. I don't know if they. Anyway, I was like, can you get 3D models of SparkFun boards? Maybe you can. I don't know. That's not the point.
You've shown people how to do
very
a
good,
quick
Kopi.
test.
Yeah, right. All right, and the last one is kind of Holland Weenie. This is another remix. This one's posted up by Panini the Cat, and Panini the Cat made a remix of our D20, and they made it into a D20 handle and plate. Remember we saw someone did this similar? They made it a gavel, but this time it's like a different gavel. It's like a little bit different, so it's just comprised of a bunch of D20s, and then the end is like a regular dice. Just cute. Very, very cute. I want to see that printed.
I want to print this.
Yeah. Let's read the description. A nice prop for DMing a D20 gavel and plate. It has a 1 on one end and a 20 on the other end, so you can easily decide the fate of your party. As requested, a version of the handle made of a D20 and an end cap made for the D6. When this comes out of the printer, the numbers can look a bit sloppy, but with some patience and a nail file, you should be able to make them look a little bit better. Yeah, all good. Good stuff. And the original project is that Talking D20. Oh, look, there's a bunch here.
Oh, wow.
I like the chain of remixes here. It's like a kit bash, but there's like, where did it derive from? Thingiverse does a good job doing that. So does Printables. But here, it's up to the user to actually track back.
It's because it's so, the age of it, you can go way more. Yeah, you can go
this thing
way
is
back more.
from 2015.
All the way back to 2012.
Yeah. No,
for our stuff
13.
anyway.
Yeah, 2013.
There was stuff being uploaded to the Adafruit account before us. So
For
I saved
sure.
the 12.
Was, some laser cut stuff. Before 3D printing, it was laser cut stuff. And that concludes this week's Community Makes. Thank you everybody so much for submitting your makes. Just posting it up on the thing is enough for me to find it because I get notified. And that's easy for me because it gets sent to me instead of me having to find it. So I appreciate folks doing that. Takes a little bit. All right, that is gonna do it for the show. We'll close it out. If anyone has any last moment comments, questions, go ahead and drop them in the Discord. We're hanging out in the Discord chat room.
Quickly on the YouTube one, Night Cree Paul is asking, wants to make a solar charge ESP32 case for LoRa relays, but 3D printing might not be weather resistant, so I'll probably try.
We've got a lot of weather cases.
PETG, maybe try PETG or nylon, see if that'll.
I was thinking to purchase a weatherproof case.
Yeah, so that's actually what I'm gonna do for the pool temperature project. I'm just gonna get one of the weatherproof cases that we have. I am using, where's that small one? We have what are they called?
This one?
Coolans. Yeah, it's a little bit bigger than that one.
It might be in a category.
Yeah.
Yeah, enclosures.
And this has like the weather seal. I think it's might
that's
be
large.
That one of those. Yeah, I'm using one of those.
Remember, you got a really large one. You're like, this is too big.
Yeah.
This is a Pi, so this is probably too big. Yeah.
Yeah, probably the smaller one.
All right, the smaller one is right here. Yeah, just search for enclosure or weatherproof. There's an Uno for scale, banana for scale. That's actually a really nice one.
Yeah, that's what I'm using.
And it's got the gasket in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's all injection molded. Screws.
And
see-through, so you can see it.
you can edit it too. You can drill holes where you need it.
Yeah,
and
you
all
can drill
that.
holes. It's ABS plastic, I believe. There's also a
And it even has a
handy-
window. Yes, so you can actually see.
data sheet. I love me a good data sheet. Oh yes,
Perfect.
that's so good. Oh, look,
I'll
it's
be
tapered.
making all the, obviously
That's cool.
the framing, so you can attach all the boards to that. While the support for what is the DS1B for the temperature sensor, so that's being added to WipperSnaper.
Oh, it even has the dimensions here on the case.
Hey,
That's actually really cool.
Brilliant.
I didn't know that. That's super cool. Learn something every day.
All right,
All
cool.
right, folks. Any jokes? Anything? Nobody's got any gifts?
No, that's all been very good.
Everyone's well behaved. I really appreciate that.
Really good tips and insights.
Oh, thank you for the
Suggestions.
comment, Andy. I'm glad you think it was a great show. I'm stumbling here.
I know I didn't even post any of the links for any of the. Every time it's my turn, I never post any links because
sorry.
I'm busy talking and showing the thing.
Yeah, I'm busy driving and.
All right.
Right. So yeah, let's close out the show. We
couple
have
of
a show
shows later
and
tonight.
tell hosted this week by Lamar and Phil, as Mr. and Mrs. Lady Ada. We invite you to come on tonight at 7:30 p.m. You can join in by hitting up the Discord chat room. We'll throw a link in there. Everything's welcome. Arts, crafts, weird. Doesn't have to be practical.
Yeah.
It could be fun, but it can also be practical too. Yeah.
Weirdly practical.
And then Ask an Engineer is tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. New products, Ion MPI, some more segments like Top Secret and that sort of thing.
That's what reminds me to go to adafruit.com/new and refresh until the show starts. I want this Stemma multiplex.
Stay tuned for a
must
10%
have
off coupon code. You'll get that tonight on Ask Engineer, only Ask Engineer. Tomorrow is John Park's workshop. Starts at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Tune into John to find out what he's working on. And then Fridays is the Deep Dive live stream with Tim, Foamy Guy. It's on Fridays, 2 p.m. Pacific or 5 p.m. Eastern. And then on Sundays, we have a live stream from Lady Ada herself, from the desk of Lady Ada. On Mondays, we have the CircuitPython meeting that happens live in the Discord chat room. You can be a part of that if you'd like. It's Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Or if there's a holiday on a Monday, it'll be on Tuesday. Like this week, it was on Tuesday. So it's actually yesterday. But you could always check in the archive or a podcast.
We have another holiday on Monday, don't we?
Next Monday?
Kid has no school on Monday, so what's going on Monday? Is it just teacher planning day?
Yeah,
I don't know.
We have like weird holidays here in Florida. We have like Hoedown Day and
Rodeo day.
Gator Day.
That one.
I'm just kidding, folks.
We have rodeo day.
I live here. I can make jokes about Florida if I like. I live
No,
here.
we have rodeo day.
I'm literally from Florida. Florida. All right, let's keep going. Tuesdays, it's John Park's product pick of the week. It's every 4 p.m. Eastern Time or 1 p.m. Pacific. You can get up to 50% off. Insanity. John has lovely thumbnails every week, so check them out just for the thumbnails. And then we do the show every Wednesday, 11 a.m. Eastern. It's going to do it for us. Good luck, everybody, with all of your creative endeavors.
Hello?
Yeah, he's got a phone call. Until next week, remember to make a great day. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye. The dog.